When you see all that we've seen today, you'll add this to your bucket list.
Definitely.
Well, hey there guys, we've been exploring North Cascades National Park, and today we've got a hike that we're really excited about.
Yeah, we're going to hike the Maple Pass Loop Trail. It's 6.5 miles with about 2,100 feet of climbing.
Yeah, we're gonna add on the Lake Ann Spur, which will give us an extra mile and maybe a couple hundred feet of climbing added to that. We are actually not in the national park for most of this hike today. It's gonna be in the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest, but it does back up to the North Cascades National Park, and we'll be able to see that range of mountains for most of the trip. We've got a full day ahead and we're excited about it, so we better get going.
Let's go.
Let's go. So our hike began today near the Rainy Pass trailhead, and so far I'd say it's been kind of a gentle climb, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
Lots of greenery and the sound of birds filling the air, which also has a nice crisp coolness to it today.
Yeah, it's a good way to begin the day, which by the way, it's July the 8th. And though weather can be quite varied here in the Pacific Northwest, it looks like we're in for a beautiful day.
Yeah, it really does. Well, we're about a mile in and we're already starting to get some nice mountain views, aren't we?
We started out about, what, 7:15 this morning?
Something like that.
And the parking lot was pretty full when we got here, and we're surprised that there are quite a bit of people out on the trail.
Yeah, we're actually kind of glad. There's a little bit of grizzly activity in the area, and so we do have our bear spray with us.
Right.
But it's always nice to have some other people around also making noise and kind of alerting the potential grizzly bears to our presence. So we're excited to have other people out here with us.
And we were afraid it might be a little cool, but we have warmed up. It's going to be a warm day.
It was 48 when we started, but the jackets came off quickly.
They did.
This hike is rated as hard and typically takes about 3 to 5 hours depending on your speed and how many stops you take. And we plan to be out here all day recording this episode and really just enjoying ourselves.
We're just under 1.5 miles in and we're at the Lake Ann Spur, so we're going to head that way. As we look around and see the jagged peaks, which we're going to make our way toward later, we can see that we're going to have our work cut out for us during those climbs. Yeah, we are. But the good news is our high point at Maple Pass is only 6,600 feet, so breathing will be a bit more labored, but nowhere near that of, say, a 14er like in Colorado. Well, we made it to Lake Ann, and those reflections are just amazing. It was definitely worth the extra hike down here. Yeah, it's kind of dizzying almost to look into the reflection. You can't see where the lake begins and ends and where the mountain begins and ends. Right, it kind of hurts your head. It really does. Well, an optical illusion down here, but it is just gorgeous, isn't it? It is, and we're the only ones down here. Yeah, most of the people stayed up on the Maple Pass Loop Trail, which we'll rejoin in just a few minutes, and we're the only ones who came down here, and I'm glad we did. Yeah, it's beautiful. So this is a little bit of the terrain that we had to come through to get these shots, but it is well worth it. A little muddy down here, quite a bit of downed trees and limbs, but definitely worth the extra effort to come down and get these amazing views from down at the lake. First look at the lake from above, pretty nice. That's amazing, isn't it? It is beautiful. Oh my goodness. We've been climbing for quite a while and the views keep getting better and better. Yeah, the higher we get, the more of the mountains we see. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to look down on the lake now when we were lakeside earlier. Right. Had all those great reflections down there, and up here it's turning a bit of a green color. So it's kind of cool to see it from a different perspective. It is. So currently we're in a series of switchbacks, but ultimately we're going to make our way over here and go all the way around the lake before a fairly rapid descent back to the trailhead. Oh, Paula, look at that.
Oh, goodness.
That may be the best view we've seen today so far. Oh my goodness. This area is known as the American Alps, and we can certainly see why. So we thought the main thing that we were going to see today was the lake.
And the mountains around it.
But we rounded this corner and just were blown away by the view from this side.
It's amazing.
This is an awesome spot here. Well, ever since we ascended from Lake Ann, we have been treated to this stunning alpine landscape, and it appears that we're going to get even better views the rest of the way based on where we're headed.
It's hard to believe it can get any prettier than it has been.
Right. And we've had great weather too, haven't we?
We have. It's been sunny with a breeze, probably in the 60s, I guess.
What do you think so far?
I love it. It is so gorgeous.
I mean, it's like something straight out of a picturesque movie scene, right? Well, cue the dramatic music.
Right.
So we decided it was time to stop for some lunch.
Yeah, we're having our regular hiking lunch, peanut butter sandwiches.
We couldn't really find a view to enjoy while we were sitting here eating, except for this one. Not too bad, huh? Well, there's still a bit of snow on a number of the peaks in the area that we can see, and it looks like we may have a very small stretch of patchy snow that we'll have to cross, but it's been mostly clear for us.
Yeah, the trail's been well marked and easy to see and follow. Plus, we have our All Trails app on our phone, which alerts us if we get off trail.
Well, and right on time, here's that patchy area of snow. Doesn't look like it's going to be an issue. There aren't any real drop-offs or dangerous spots. I think we'll be okay.
I think so.
That is pretty. Well, we are getting a front row seat to the splendor of the North Cascades, aren't we?
Oh, man.
You know what? It's like a swivel chair that you can just spin on and look in any direction and stretching as far as you can see. There are just these jagged mountains, alpine lakes, and this lush greenery.
It really is 360 degrees of God's amazing creation.
And we get to play out here.
That's right.
This is truly an unforgettable day hike, and I am so glad that we get to share it with you guys in this video, and we hope that you enjoy the scenery from wherever you are, and maybe you get someday to be able to come and take it in yourself if you like to do that.
Bring your camera or your video camera, because you're going to want to take a lot of shots here, and plan on being here way more than 3 to 5 hours if you're like us, because you're going to want to take a lot of shots and stop and just take it all in.
Yeah, no sooner do we get started hiking again that we're like, wait, let's get that shot. And we stop and get another one, and then we start over, and it's like repeat the process. Up there is where we will continue to go. Got some more climbing to do before we start the descent. It has been spectacular. Just look around us. I mean, with the exception of a few trails, this is miles and miles and miles of just rugged, untouched grandeur.
Just gorgeous.
Woo, Paula.
That is a tough climb.
Huffing and puffing.
Indeed.
If 3 little pigs had a house down out here, I'd be huffing and puffing, trying to blow it down.
Huh?
Of course, I might end up in the fireplace before it's all done.
We hope we're near the end of our climbing.
I think we got maybe 2 miles left.
Yeah.
Something like that for the whole hike. Maybe not 2 miles of climbing.
We don't know.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. One of the things that really stands out up here is the panoramic views.
Yeah, it's not just one thing that you're looking at or one direction, it is all around you. What we're about to show you isn't the exception, it's the norm. I mean, just look at this as we pan from left to right. Well, we made it to the top of the pass and it has got views in every direction.
It does. It is so beautiful up here.
It is very, very nice. This has been just a truly remarkable hike so far.
A must do.
A must do. When we first started looking at things to do in this park, this is something that we wrote down on our page as must do. And we would echo those sentiments now having done it.
You've got to do this hike.
You've got to do it. We have got a rapid descent coming up down to the trailhead.
I've got out my hiking poles.
It looks like it could be quite loose and a little bit treacherous on the way down.
Yep.
So we're going to take it easy and get down there when we get down there and do it safely and enjoy ourselves on the way down.
Right. Unless you're from the area, you might not have even ever heard of North Cascades or North Cascades National Park.
I mean, we hadn't until we started planning for this trip, right? It's just so remote and it doesn't get as many visitors as many of the other mountain destinations or the national parks, but it is every bit as beautiful and well worth a visit here, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's quickly gone on my list of favorites.
It may be at the top of my list.
It may be. The hills are alive with the sound of music. That's what this reminds me of. I don't know what we could say about this place that we haven't already said.
I mean, if it wasn't for getting tired and hungry, I just want to stay out here for the rest of the day.
Right.
Perhaps you can see the trail that we went up. It goes up through there, back all the way around, and now we're back on this back side here. Kind of cool to see how far we've come. Well, we've made it back to tree line. Probably about a mile to go. We'll be back at the Mission Machine, and we are ready for a cold soda. Well, that was awesome.
It was. I'm exhausted, but it was a beautiful hike.
I hate to say best hike ever on the day of a hike because it's so new and exciting,
Right.
but I will say this hike definitely is in the conversation.
I think so.
It threw everything at
It
us.
was.
It was just awesome.
It was beautiful. It was challenging. It had mountains all around, snow,
Yes.
lakes, everything.
Lakes, just incredible views.
Beautiful sunshiny day with puffy clouds.
I do see why they call it the American Alps.
Oh, I do too.
It just looks like something straight out of Europe, like
It does.
Italy or Switzerland or
Sound of
France.
music.
Sound of music. It was just epic. It really, really was.
It was.
You know what else is epic? I think you know, don't you?
Going to get some food.
Food is always epic for us. So we're going to go find something to eat. We hear there's some pizza around here somewhere. So that's probably going to be on the menu for us
That
tonight.
sounds good.
So we stopped in at Annie's Pizza Station in Concrete.
We are so hungry. We're ready to get some pizza.
I'm not sure they've got enough food in there to get me satisfied right now. It's going to cost me $500.
We'll give them a try, huh?
Let's go spend some money.
So we ordered a couple of items to split. We got this huge pepperoni calzone which is just stuffed with pepperoni, as you can see.
We also got this Hawaiian pizza, which Andy's has a unique spin on. They have added cherries as a topping.
We've never tried cherries on top of a pizza before. Not sure how I feel about that, but I'm hungry enough to try anything. What a day it has been.
It's been a full day. We got out early this morning to get out on the trail, and we spent about 7 hours out there. Just amazing.
Yeah, we got in just under 10 miles of hiking with all the little side trails and spurs that we took throughout the day. Probably, I think it was about 2,300 feet of climbing. It was just amazing. I loved every bit of it.
So surprised by all the awesome views. I didn't know what to expect. But
we knew it was going to be nice because we read reviews and we saw a couple of pictures, but we really thought mostly what we were going to be doing is seeing some shots of Lake Anne with the surrounding mountains, and we actually got to go all over those mountains today.
Just beautiful. Just
amazing. But unfortunately, the day has ended, and so must this episode. We've got other things to do, and you guys will hopefully stick around for that, and we'll share those with you another time.
That's it for our mission. What's your mission?
P.S. That food at Annie's Pizza Station was delish.
It was so good.
First time we've ever had a cherry on top of a pizza, and it works.
It did.
That is all. Well, hey guys, it's Jimmy here. Our mission in every episode of this vlog is to share one of our fun-filled adventures with you guys. But our greater mission in life is to share our hope and happiness with you. One of the ways we do this is by giving away free resources at my website, jimmybrown.com. You'll find a number of books you can download, daily inspirational messages to read, and training materials to help you enjoy life with passion and purpose. You can even reach out to me personally through the contact button at the site and subscribe if you want to be notified when new resources, which are always free, are added to the site. If you're interested in some positive messages to encourage you in your faith, I hope you'll check it out. And stay tuned for more exciting adventures coming your way soon.